Hi there, Maureen from Color Me Positive PLR. And in our Zoom meeting today, we discussed how to customize your PowerPoint toolbar here, your PowerPoint ribbon. Okay. And you can either have it down here, which is where I've placed it because I find it's easier. It's closer to my templates and I use it more and I don't have to keep going up. So somebody in the meeting showed me this. I forget exactly who now, but you can come down, see on your toolbar here, you have this little down arrow. And when you come in here, you can go to show above the ribbon and it'll be up here. But like I said, I prefer it right down here so I'm not looking up and I'm used to it now. So just come back and go to the bottom and go show below the ribbon. Okay. And in order to edit this or to add icons of the different things that you use for PowerPoint, you're going to want to come in here and click on the down arrow again and go to more commands. Okay. Or you can right click on the ribbon itself and customize the ribbon. And that's going to bring this box up. Okay. Now, customized ribbon will bring you over here. You'll get all these commands, and then over here, this is what I have in customized ribbon. But I want the quick access toolbar. This is what I'm using here. So you want to click on the quick access toolbar. And these are all the things I have on mine. And I chose them from this panel over here. Now, you're going to see when you click on here, you're going to get the most popular commands that people use. So that's great. If that's all you need, that's perfect. But I like to see exactly everything that's in there. So I click on the arrow here and I go to all commands. Now you're going to get everything, okay, which is a lot of stuff. So depending on what you want, you could either do it either way, okay? So I've been through this a few times in order to choose what I wanted here. It's all in alphabetical order, so if you know what it is, you can just go by alphabetical order and look for it and find it, okay? And I have like the save, undo, redo, slide sorter, view, all this stuff here because these are things I use on a daily basis, so it does speed up my workflow to have them readily available with one click rather than having to go up to, say, Insert and then go to the Shapes tool or go to Design and change the actual size of the canvas. So I won't go through them all, just you choose which ones you want. And when you find one you want, you just need to click on it, and let's see, I'm just going to put color, doesn't really matter, just to show you. So you're going to click on this side and you're going to add it, come up here to add it over here. Now if you want to add it, you're able to move things up and down on here with the up and down arrows, and I have mine set up in a way that they make sense to me. So I have the slide size as like one of the first ones because it's the first thing I do when I create a new PowerPoint file. I always change the slide size because I'm not using landscape mode. I use the portrait. It's either 8 by 10, 6 by 9, you know, for KDP and stuff. So that's there. Now say I want to add color I want to add it underneath, say, paste, right? So I would click on paste over here, click on the color, and that's going to add that right underneath paste. Now, if you don't do that, if you don't have anything selected here, it'll just add it randomly wherever. So it's totally up to you. I mean, it's not that hard to use the up and down arrows, right? Now, if you want to remove it, you just click on this side and click the remove button, or, and I'm going to close out of here, you can come over here, and this is what I added, color, and you can right click on it and you can remove it from the quick access toolbar or your ribbon. Okay, so there, I've done it. So I'll go through each one of these and show you how I use them in my KDP business and how I use them to create stuff. So I come over, first thing, custom size, click on that, and it brings the box right up. So I'm not having to go up to design and then go over there and do all that. Okay, so 8.5 by 11. Okay, here we go. So it's one click and I'm already in there. I'm just going to copy this and paste it in a few times. Okay, now say I want to get rid of this. I'm just going to select it, delete. Now if I want it back, if I decide, hey, I want that there, I just have to come over here to the undo button, and that's going to bring it back for me. And then next second I decide, I really don't want that there, so I click the redo button that I had done before, and it'll get rid of it for me. Now the next one I have is the slide sorter view. So when I'm working on journals or planners or coloring books, I use this quite a bit because I want to see how things are progressing. So I'll go into the slide sorter, which brings them up like this, and if I have 50 templates, it's a heck of a lot easier to see all of them this way rather than just scrolling down in the normal view. And when I'm in here, it's also a lot easier to just switch slides around. Say I want to move a page over here, move that there. So you can do that in here. Okay, a lot easier. And then when I want to come back to the normal view, I just click on slide sorter view again, and it'll bring me back. Now this one is the slide master view, which I've just recently started learning about. So I just recently put this on my ribbon because I want to start using it more, trying to figure out exactly what to do here. And when you're in the slide sorter view, you can do all sorts of things. So I just put that there for now. And you can't just click on it again to close out of it. You have to use close master view. Okay. Now this is copy and paste. So let's go back to page 1. And I'm going to just insert a shape here. And say I want to have a couple of these, I'm just going to come over to copy, and then I can just click on the paste. So it makes it very simple. Normally though, when I'm on a shape or whatever it is I'm wanting to copy, I will just do Control C, and I think it's Command C on a Mac, and Control V, and that'll paste it. So for me, it's just something I do in most programs that I use, Photoshop, PowerPoint, pretty much everywhere. So I do the Control C and Control V to copy paste, but I leave those there. Okay. Now this little thing here is display the selection pane, which I often use, and I can just click on it again to get rid of it. This one is the format background, which I use quite a bit as well. Okay, so to fill it in with patterns or pictures or gradients or whatever. So the format background, you can't just click on it again to get rid of it. You have to hit the X and that gets rid of it. And again, we don't want the background there, so I'm going to click on the undo button a couple of times because I played with them. Okay, so it brings you back to wherever you want to be. So that's format background. And because we use so many tables in journals and planners, I have the table, insert table command up here. So it makes it real simple to go there and just put in a table real quick. Okay. So that's that one. This one is change picture. So it'll only be highlighted if I have an actual picture up. Okay, so you do want to go to insert picture first. So I'm just going to pull up one of these backgrounds, Okay, so there we have a really cute background, grungy watercolor, I think it is. And now this will become available for you. So say I want to change the picture, I just click on that and I can change it from a file, from an online source, from icons, or from the clipboard. So I'm just going to go back to from a file and choose this one. And it changes it out. So perfect. And that makes it really easy to do because I'm constantly inserting pictures when I'm doing coloring books and stuff, right? And then this one is insert an icon, and I use those quite a bit as well. So we'll just insert our cat, and that's easy, one click. You just go and insert the cat. Okay. And then I put this up here, crop tool, which wasn't in here before, but because I was using it so much when I was showing you how to click on this and then click on the other image. Well, first remember we had to click on the icon, go to graphics, format, and convert to shape. Then we would click on the background, click on the cat, whichever thing it is here, go to shape format, and merge the shapes by intersecting them. And then coming over here, shape outline. So let's use, we'll use black. Okay. And I'm just going to come to the weight. There we go. Okay. So since I used this so much the other day, I decided I'm going to put it up there because I want to use it a lot more, and it just makes it more accessible. Okay. What's next? So that's the insert icon. And then we have insert shapes. I use shapes all the time, so this is really handy. It's right here. And I just come down and I insert whatever shape I want. Okay. And then we have the format shape. So we can format the shape. That'll bring up this panel. And I want a gradient fill, or I want a picture, a texture in it, right? So this is simple. And then you can put shadows, effects, size, position. You can change it all here. All sorts of things. So I use that all the time, the format picture, right? And the next one is the text box. Now, constantly use this, right? So just draw it in and type in my text. Makes it very simple having it close by. And then I'm just going to add a bit bigger. The one right beside it is the font. Customize your font. And I use this a lot. Like, it's all up here, but it's pretty spread out. And I find everything I need in here. Makes it a little bit easier just to have it all in one space. So I'm just going to change the font. Okay, abracadabra. Here it allows me to choose the style if there are some available. And then the size, let's put a 50 in there. And say I want to strike through this. So, and then I just click OK. And it's all done. Okay, so I just really like having that there. And now my align button. I love this button beyond belief. It seriously is one of the best features in here in PowerPoint, and I'll show you why. Okay, I'll show you what I do with it. So because we work with journals and planners, we're always making lists, or at least I am. You know, like to-do lists or check box lists, and you know, like top 3 things and top 10 things and stuff like that. So I used to do that, and I loved having the check boxes, right? But it was like, oh my God, it takes so long to line everything up, and I used to zoom in to get it right, and it just took hours sometimes, depending on how long my list was, until I found the align function. And I'd used it before, to align my images. Say I want to come up here, and I could use it to, say, align the cat right to the middle of the page, and then I want to align it center. So I use this a lot, but I didn't use it really to create lists and stuff. So I'll show you how I do that now, and it's just awesome. So you want to create a checklist. You're going to come over to your insert shape button. I'm going to just create a little box. Okay, and I'm going to go to, I can just go to the shape format tool, and I'm going to go no fill, and the line, I want an outline. I'm going to use black. Okay, so I have a little box here that I want to use as a text box. So what I'm going to do is to Control C and Control V 4 times, because my list is going to be five items on my list. So I'm going to drag them apart. Actually, I'm just going to drag the bottom one to, basically that's where I want my list to be, and then I'll drag this one up here. Okay, so now instead of coming in here and grabbing each one and trying to align it, making it all even, all you have to do is select them all. Okay, drag your mouse, select them all. Then you go up to your Align tool, and I'm going to align them to the left because I want them all lined up here. That's where my boxes are going to go. And then I want to distribute them vertically. And see what it does? It lines them up perfectly on the left, and it distributes them evenly between the top and the bottom. Okay? Now, I could put lines in here so that they can write on it, or say I want to put in a text box. I want to put in text of, the top 5 things they need to do. So, let's put hello world. And I want this to be in the middle of that. Okay, first I'm going to copy, Control C, and paste it 4 times. And then I'm just going to kind of put them in the position here. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to be too, you just want to drag them out of each other's way. All right. So I want these to line up with the checkboxes though, so I want them basically in the middle. So what I do, I click on the text or the line or whatever you're putting here, click on the box, and then I go to Align Middle, and it aligns it perfectly, okay, in the middle. And I'm just going to go through and do it for each one. So click on, and you hold down your Shift key when you're selecting more than one thing, okay, and then I'm going to go to Align Middle. And again over here, and I'm going to do line middle, and then here and here, do a line middle, and for the last one, same thing, click, hold down Shift, click on the text, align middle. Okay, so now they're all lined up here, but I kind of messed things up in terms of when I did that, it kind of put them out of place in terms of vertically aligned, and over here it's not aligned on the left as much. So I'm just going to come back in here, select all my boxes, go to Align, Distribute Vertically. Okay, then I'm going to come over here to my text again, select them all, align left so that they're all lined up here this way, and then distribute vertically. Okay, and they're all in the middle too. They stay that way. So it's just awesome. This is such a great tool to have, and makes things so much easier when you're creating checklists or lists of anything, to line everything up instead of having to zoom in and figure it out on your own, right? So, and it works for so much more. Like, say I want to have, some pictures in here. So I'm going to make some placeholders or text boxes, not text boxes, sorry, picture things I can put pictures in. So here we go. And I'm just going to do Control C, copy, Control V, and paste it twice. And I want it about over here. I want this here. This one, say, over here, right? And they can be all sort of out of the way, right? So I'm going to choose each one, hold down the Shift key, click on the other two, come up to a line, and I want them all aligned on the top. And then I'm going to come down and align them horizontally. So I'm going to distribute them horizontally so they're all even. So there you have it, right? So that just makes it real simple to line things up. And I'm going to come here and I'll show you, just insert. So you have your shape, and I want to put a picture in my shape. And I'm going to go from a file, and I'm going to put one in there. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. I love that, you know, like, I love color. It's rare I use it, right, for KDP, but I just love playing with color. So if you have an Etsy shop, I mean, it's great because you can just add color stuff and have it as a printable. So there you go. Now you have all sorts of, you know, ways to use this function with the align function. And it's simple, easy, and a lot of fun. Okay, so that's it for customizing your ribbon and using your align tool. I hope this helps and gives you a little bit more ease when you're actually working on your books and creates a faster work flow for you. So I'll see you again on Friday. There's no Zoom meeting tomorrow, so I'll see you on Friday. Thanks for watching.